Hello and welcome back to Spherical Chicken in a Vacuum. Today I want to talk about a screenshot that I received, and this is the screenshot from Nicolas Fabiano, I think his X account. And basically, he mentions that the open access fees from nature are about 2,700 US dollars, and this is about the cost of a car. So, as a scientist, I doubt it. I mean, there's no way that a Volkswagen Tiguan of 2016 is only worth 2,700 US dollars. So I went and checked, and actually, Nicolas Fabiano was right. The price range of the Volkswagen Tiguan is from 10,500 to 24,000 US dollars with an average price of 19,000. So, okay, fair, you were right. Still, cost seems pretty high. At more or less the same price, you can get a nice FTIR machine, for example, and actually it's much more elegant than the Tiguan. Or you can, and this time I'm serious, you can invest it and buy consumables and stuff that you need to run a laboratory for 1 or even more years, depending on what is your topic, okay? And first of all, let me admit that I did try to publish on Nature 6 or 7 times, I think. And the first time I was just a PhD student on my first year. And I think the guys at Nature reacted something like this. And yeah, probably I'm biased when I speak about Nature and a flagship Nature. I mean, the main journals of nature, the ones that are called Nature or Nature something, Nature Chemistry, Nature whatever. So yeah, I admit I probably have a bias. So please consider that whatever I say always is affected by my point of view and my bias, not just today. This is something that happens all of the time, and it happens to everyone. Okay, but let's go back to publishing on Nature and publishing spending 12,000 US dollars. So does this mean actually that we should consider Nature, or at least the flagship Nature, like a luxury brand like Bugatti or Rolex or Cartier or Gucci? Because the price range is off the charts. I mean, and well, even if I would like to say that yes, it's a luxury brand, well, actually it's not. And it's not because Nature still, even the flagship Nature, still offers you two different choices. One is a subscription system, so people that wants to read the paper need to pay a subscription fee, or gold open access, and in that case, yes, it's the author that needs to pay. So this means that the costs are different. And there are other journals in Springer Nature. There are hundreds of journals in Springer Nature, and most of the time the costs are not so off the charts like for the flagship Nature journal. Okay. Plus, you can get some discounts if you are from countries that are classified as low income, or if you, for other reasons, you can ask for you can say that you need financial help and discuss with the editors, or if you are from specific institutions, you can get a discount. Even if I don't see it as a fair, because these institutions are often quite well-founded institutes. But okay, that's my point of view. Let's not waste too much time on what I think, and let's go to see what's actually Nature all about. And I think there are two different points here. One is indeed that Nature has some brand value. And brand value means high visibility. Brand values means that if you publish on Nature, you might get better job opportunities. If you publish on Nature, there are higher chances that you can get grants, and also for your own self of achievement. And this is pretty similar to what happens with luxury brands. I mean, if you wear a Rolex, it's also for your own self of a sense of achievement, right? And Of course, there are things that are related to quality because nature offers a usually better peer review, usually better peer review. It has a fairly good support system for authors. There are many professional editors, full-time professional editors, full-time professional proofreaders, even professional artists when that can help you prepare cover images and things like that. Okay. So, are the costs of publishing on Springer Nature justified by the quality, or are justified only by the brand value? Well, that is up to you because that is a personal choice. This is a personal feeling. That depends on how you see things. But I will tell you one episode that occurred to me a few years ago. A group that I know published a paper on Nature, and when I read the list of authors, there was no young author in the list, and actually the scientists that actually did the experiments were not in the list. The list only had directors, vice directors, and people high in the hierarchy. And this is because of the brand value. So that the real authors were kicked off of the paper. I will not mention which paper because I already discussed this topic with them, and they got pretty angry. Well, the real authors were kicked off because there were other people that needed visibility thanks to the brand value, and this is not good. And but as you see, depends on you, depends on your boss, depends on your situation, etc. If you think that the cost of publishing on Nature is justified or not, in my opinion, no, because it's off the charts. It's much more than what is actually needed to run a journal. Of course, if you want to publish on open access on Springer Nature and you don't have the money to publish open access on Springer Nature, that's because you're not the target of the open access of Springer Nature. The open access of Springer Nature wants the money. Yeah, wants the money. Yeah, is targeting large projects, large grants, and things like European projects in which you are forced to publish open access and you have funds to publish open access. So you need to spend that money, and Springer wants that money, not your money. They want that money. That's why they can ask for quite high open access fees, okay? So you are not the target. Well, unless you're rich, I mean. And what do you think about publishing on Nature? Well, my position is that if you're young and someone else is paying and you want to improve your situation, you want to find a better job, etc., well, maybe it's good for you. I mean, it's not fine, but it's good for you. Otherwise, I personally don't see the value because I don't think that academics should be evaluated on the brand value. Papers should be evaluated on their own value, not on the value of the journals on which they were published or on the name of the editor or the publisher that published the journal. Okay? But that is my point of view. You can have your own opinions about that. The only thing I want to ask you is to support other ways of publishing open access, like green and diamond open access, that actually don't require the authors or the readers to pay for reading high quality scientific papers. And that is the way. And this is everything for today, and see you next time. Bye.